Hi, my name is Todd Gehrmann with Focus Training, and this week, as part of the Keep Leaders Local series, we'll be talking about coaching. When we think about coaching, it's sometimes confused with managing and mentoring. So I'd like to distinguish between these three, and then we'll talk more specifically about coaching. Let's first focus on management. Managers, in my opinion, have the role and job of creating systems and structures, giving some feedback, but basically clearing the path to make sure that teammates and employees have the tools they need to be successful in their roles. Mentors, however, look at the big picture. They focus on social, emotional, past, present, and future situations so that we can really help a person in their long-term dreams and goals. Coaching, however, is very specific, and I'm going to talk with you about a few strategies that successful coaches use on a regular basis to get results. Now, coaching is obviously going to vary based on the situation and based on the person you are working with. The way you coach on a field or a court or a sheet of ice is obviously going to be different than the way you would coach in a boardroom or in an office. But there are some commonalities, and I'd like to discuss some of those. The main thing to keep in mind is that coaching is very specific. We are looking for a desired outcome, and we are going to work towards that with the person that we are coaching. So first off, let's think of coaching as being skill-based. We're not really focusing on the emotional side of a person and how they handle that particular situation. Moreover, we are focusing on the specific actions that a person is taking so that they can get a better result. So focusing on skills is best practice number one. Number two is we really want to get as specific as we possibly can. Let's say you're trying to help somebody become more effective in their presentation skills. If you're going to be their presentation skills coach, you will focus on specifics such as eye contact, tone, pace, use of visual aids, etc. And you have to be willing to give lots of feedback. Point number three, giving feedback early and often. Now, good coaches know that it's best to give positive feedback as well as constructive criticism. If we focus too heavily on one versus the other, we can give unrealistic expectations and therefore skew the results. Remember, we're coaching to get results, and those results only come with honest and accurate feedback. The next is managing expectations. So we want to be sure that the person knows exactly what is expected from his or her coach as they enter into this agreement. Now, one of the best ways to do that is through demonstrations and mastery experiences. So for instance, if I am going back to my presentation skills coaching example, I might stand up and demonstrate how I would like something done. There's the demonstration side. I will then give my coachee, or the person receiving the feedback, an opportunity to do the same thing and put their own spin on it. I will give them feedback, and I'll have them do that not once, not twice, not 3 times, but as many times as it takes to get the results that we are collectively looking for. Those mastery experiences are really going to give that person the feedback and opportunities for feedback that they need to make the improvements. And lastly, we need to think about motivation. This is the only real emotional side of coaching. So we recommend thinking about motivational theory and what motivates that person you're working with. So does a person identify him or herself with being an effective communicator? Do they not? Do they have different motivations? Is it so that they can get a promotion or a raise? Is it more about their need to feel welcomed and part of the group? Really think about what motivates the person that you are working with, and then try to tap into that being their coach. So if you can practice these 5 simple components of coaching, I think you're going to be much more effective. Again, we're looking at skill-based outcomes, getting very specific, giving feedback early and often, giving mastery experiences and demonstrations, and finally focusing on motivation. And this is another way to keep leaders local.